Hello, hi, I'm Punita here from Huawei Global Training Center. So today we're going to discuss about the topic MAE based commissioning mode part 6. So over here we're going to discuss about two main content, local and remote base station binding. So this base station binding will be bound with an ESN. So ESN is known as the equipment serial number. So this equipment serial number can be found at the BBU site. So there is this is the ESN. There is a barcode label on the BPU side. So this is the label. So basically this is the ESN that will be bound with the base station. So if there is a label on the fan module, okay, in the BBU, the ESN will be printed on the label and the mounting here of the BBU. And over here, this is related to the task attribute modification in case there need to be some changes done. So the local and the remote base station need to be bind with the correct ESN. So that is the main purpose of this binding. Local and remote testing quality. So local and remote testing quality will be done by local engineer and remote engineer. So they have their own task. For the local engineer, he have to confirm the security and cell blocking. Then he will, once upon he have completed it, the remote engineer will open the deployment window. So they will do things parallelly. So upon this, the remote engineer will continue to select the commissioning task to be confirmed. After that, he has to manually do a confirmation and check the status of the commissioning. So if there is any problem during the process, the local engineer will rectify the issue. So they are actually sharing their tasks. So there are some tasks conducted by the local engineer and some tasks will be conducted by the remote engineer. So after rectification of the problems, the remote engineer will execute the commissioning task. So next, local and remote handling of the alarm. So when a new NE is usually deployed, it will generate active alarm. And all the active alarms must be cleared during the commissioning. So what does the remote engineer do? So remote engineer will use the MAE platform and will browse the current alarm to see whether got any alarm reported by the commissioning objects. Then he will check the alarm is related to the new NE or not. If yes, he will clear all the active alarms in the alarm reference. Then he will obtain the commissioning report about the NE itself. And they will check whether this commissioning report contains any of the active alarms or not. Active alarms of the commissioning report. So if yes, he will handle the active alarms from the commissioning report based on the alarm reference. So if any issues that need to be handled on site, he or she will contact the local engineer to handle the related alarms that occur after the commissioning process. So next we move into the local and remote engineers checking environmental. How do they handle the environmental alarm? So let's see what does the local engineer do and the remote engineer. So remote engineer will add the binding of the user defined alarm which is related to the environmental alarm. So they will acknowledge the local engineer to perform the loopback at the power supply board which is UPEU or known as the Universal Power Environment Unit alarm port. So the remote engineer again will check the environmental alarm corresponding to the port. So once it has been done, they will cancel the loopback on the UPEU alarm port. So they will confirm the remote engineer will confirm the cancellation of the alarm. So after that, they will view the active alarm, if any alarms are applicable to the environmental. So next, let's check on the NE health. So the first step is create the task to perform an NE health. based on an NE or network. After that, check the NE status and the network running status. Upon doing that, ensure the devices on the live network are running properly. Main service scenarios. So what are the main service scenarios? System engineers and MAE engineers will use the health check periodically to inspect the NEs during routine network maintenance, major holidays, or device fault. They will use this function even before and after an upgrade. So by comparing the results, the engineers can see whether the results after upgrade or before upgrade is correct or tally or not. So let's check the items of the NE health check. So basically, it consists of bot status, cell status, clock status, license, software version. So local remote checking any health part 2. So this is the platform where we use to check the any health task. So we will use the MAE access to perform the any health task. So you have to select a scenario, a task name, you have to select the NE, and it can be done immediately, or you can schedule the task whenever want to view the NE health. So question time. In the final phase of commissioning, the maintenance mode of an NE needs to be changed to normal. The second one, create an NE health check task to check NE status and network status to ensure that the NE is running properly. That's all for this part. So in this MAE based commissioning, we have learned about combination of local and remote operations. Thank you. That's all from me. Have a nice day. Bye.